Welcome. We are streaming live for you another episode of the Vibepreneur, where we build AI automation workflows and do vibe coding. Please enjoy today's episode. During the live stream, if you want to ask any questions or share your thoughts or just want to chat about anything, use this YouTube live stream chat to send your messages, or even you can send any emoji reactions. If you want to access the free N8N workflows and the custom AI prompts that I'm using during my live stream, please visit thevibepreneur.com and scroll down until you find this form. Enter your email in this form and submit it so that I can share free N8N templates and custom AI prompts with you. Now let me start sharing my screen so that we can start today's automation workshop.
Hell yeah, Captain!
Okay, so in our previous stream, where we have created this Discord workflow that you can see here, I'm going to open the same workflow again, and then we are going to start building our today's. The plan is to create team of AI agents that will run on our Discord server. So I have already opened this last time's my N8N workflow, and if you are finding it difficult to follow, I would highly recommend please watch my previous automation session, which is episode number 26, and in that you will have all the required necessary information to set up your Discord nodes. Even I have explained how to make connections with your Discord bot. So today we are going to include some sort of a AI agent within this workflow. And before we do that, let's try to test our workflow. So I'll open my Discord server again in my Discord app. And these are the messages which we have received from our workflow onto our Discord server. So as you can see, we have N8N AI bot and N8N bot. These are the two Discord nodes which we have set up within our N8N workflow, and they are all sending messages to the same Discord server. So let me do one thing. Let me open the first node, and I'm going to just change this message so we will see a different message appearing within our Discord server. So today's date is July 10th. So I have just added the July 10th into this message, and then I'm going to click and execute step. After I clicked execute step, I'm going to go to my Discord, and as you can see, within my Discord server, this N8N AI bot has sent the same message which I have typed in my previous node. Now I'm going to test the same thing with another Discord bot, and I'll quickly change this message as well. Just trying to make it a bit more dramatic. Okay, so again, getting back to my Discord, and I see that same message which I just typed from my second Discord node is coming here. That means we confirm that both of the Discord nodes are working fine within our N8N workflow. So let's go back to our workflow. So how do we build AI agents that can use Discord within our N8N workflow? So first thing, I'm going to add a basic LLM AI chain. And this thing I have already explained in my earlier automation workflow as well. If you have any doubts, please visit that earlier automation workshop. So when I execute this workflow, the first node that is going to be triggered is this basic LLM chain. And this chain needs a model, that is a large language model. And we are going to add Google Vertex chat model here. My Google service account is already connected. I'm going to choose a project from my Google account. And I'm going to change the name of the model here to Gemini 2.5 Flash. That is the model that will power our basic LLM chain node. But there is one problem, that we are not passing any message to this basic LLM chain node, and even it does not have a defined system prompt which tells what to do for the messages. So let's do one thing. First, let's define a system prompt. So with our first Discord bot, the kind of AI agent we want to build is that it will receive the number of topics. It will receive a list of topics, and from within those list of topics, it has to figure out what is the most trendy or viral potential topic is. Okay. So we have to define our system prompt as such that it is able to read through the list of topics and then able to identify which is the most trendy or which is the most potentially viral topic. Let's give it a system prompt. You are a social media expert who has deep knowledge of making any content viral. I need your help to figure out from the list of topics which one should I pick up, which has the most potential to go viral. Okay, it's a very standard system prompt. We can utilize some kind of a prompt engineering to make it even more in depth, but for the brevity and keeping this video a bit of beginner friendly, I want to keep it simple. So my system prompt is, you are a social media expert who has deep knowledge of making any content viral. I need your help to figure out from the list of topics which one should I pick which has the most potential to go viral. I think I'm messing up my grammar here. It should be that. And should I pick that has the most potential to go viral. Okay, so this is a very basic system prompt. Now after we have this system prompt, we need to pass a message here, right? That is missing. So what we are going to do is, last time I explained you what this manual trigger does, right? So this is a trigger which is a manual trigger. So we are going to remove this manual trigger. Okay, so we are going to delete this node, and instead we are going to add a chat trigger here, right? So we have got our chat trigger node, and we are just going to connect it to our LLM. Okay, now if I see the chat input is highlighted and it's not in red, that means there is a chat input which will come to this basic LLM chain from our chat trigger. So let's quickly test this chat trigger node. I'm click on test chat trigger. Okay, and I'll just send a message. This is a test message. And if I open my chat trigger node, I can see that within the chat input, I'm getting the same message which I have entered. And if I open my basic LLM chain node, I will see the same message. The entire object of that message is coming as an input to this basic LLM chain node, which is what we need. So if I hover over this chat input, you would see the result. This is a test message. So whatever I'm typing from my chat message in the chat trigger is coming in as an input to this basic LLM chain node. Now, what did I ask it to do? I asked it to give me rather pick a topic from a list of topics that has potential to go viral. Now, to make the things little fast, we can actually use ChatGPT. Okay, we can use ChatGPT to ask it, give me a list of potentially viral social media topics. And I want to restrict it to list of only 5 social media topics. List of 5 potentially viral social media topics. Okay, and my chat GPT is making the simple task very complicated, and just instead of giving me a list of 5 topics, it has given me like a bunch of more things to look at. But anyways, we'll quickly filter out these 5 topics, and my intention is to add it into my this chat message. And I'm getting some comment from AI technology. Why don't you use voice sync for voice to text instead of typing long text? Okay, thank you for your suggestion, AI technology. I'll definitely keep that into my mind, and I'll try to implement this thing in my next streams. So here I have added 5 social media topics that has potential to go viral. Okay. And let me do one thing. Let me just copy it in case I have to redo the whole thing. I don't want to copy paste again each one by one. All right. So if I send it now, what's going to happen? Okay. My basic LLM chain did got triggered, and that's what I wanted to check. And I'm expecting a response from our Gemini Flash model. And this is a problem that we have faced earlier. And the problem is sometimes, I don't know why, Google Gemini Flash model just doesn't respond. It sends out a blank message. So for that, I think I can add add some more detail to my system prompt. If you could not find a topic, please reply, I don't know. Okay, so at least this workflow will not break. Let me save it. And we'll try this again by clicking on this reset chat session. And for that only, I had copied my all the list of topics so that I don't have to paste it over and over again. So I pasted all my topics again, and I'm trying to again ask my Gemini Flash that if it can find one of the key social media topic from it and share that with me. And still I'm getting the same error. So I'm not really sure what's going on here, but mostly how I solve is I just keep trying. Let's do one thing. Just for this session, we'll switch over to a different model, Gemini 2.5 Pro, and we'll see if that will work. Okay, so I need to first debug this issue that why it's occurring, and I have to fix this. So it responds to my simple message as hi, but it does not respond to my list of social media topics. That's interesting. Let's try again because it's really weird. That's very, very weird. You're a social media expert who has a deep knowledge of making any content viral. I need your help to figure out from the list of topics which one should I pick that has the most potential to go viral. In human, list of the social media topics are. I'm really not sure what is going wrong here, that Gemini 2.5 Pro is not willing to respond, neither the Flash. Or let's try rather a simple way. I will ask it to suggest me a social media topic, or let me change that in the system prompt itself. I need your help. I need your suggestion to figure out a topic which has the most potential to go viral. You're a social media expert who has deep knowledge of making any content viral. I need your suggestion to figure out a topic which has the most potential to go viral. So instead of passing it a list, we are going to pass it a topic. Okay, and then within our chat message, we are going to send few topics as an idea. The topics are AI, blockchain, what else? Creator. So let's see if this time it responds something. You're a social media expert who has a deep knowledge of making any content viral. I need your suggestion to figure out a topic which has the most potential to go viral. I could not find a topic. Please reply. I don't know. Okay. And I really need help of my bite possum.
Oh no.
So now I need to spend some time to first figure out what is going on, because neither Gemini Flash or Gemini 2.5 Pro are ready to respond for any of my prompts. But they do respond to my hi message. Okay, let me quickly check my previous workflows, because is Gemini API down today or something? Because it used to work fine. And what I can do is send it a custom output. So I've frozen this as an input, and I'll try to execute this one and see if Gemini will respond something. And just for the time being, let me add a trigger manual so that I can trigger this. So in this case, Gemini is responding, but not in the other case. What's going wrong? Gemini 2.5 Flash. It's the same model. Okay, I think I'll not be able to get Gemini work today. So instead, I will add OpenAI. But for that, I need to make sure I have for that, I need to configure my OpenAI credentials. Let's search for OpenAI. Where are the language models? It's easier that I click here. Yeah. And there are no credentials which I need to add now. So let me quickly grab my credential. I'm going to enter my OpenAI API key and save it, and I hope that it will be able to work. So yes, that does. And let's try with this now. Let's try the same thing with GPT-4o mini. Great. So GPT-4o mini has actually saved our life for today. And I don't know what went wrong with Gemini. Anyways, so as you can see, we are getting some response now. So we can get back and test our list of social media topics, because I need your suggestion to figure out a topic from the given list of topics. Okay. So we're going to grab our same list of topics again, and let's see if it will choose one topic and respond back with a topic. Great. This is exactly the kind of response I was expecting Google Gemini to give to us. For whatever reason, it could not, but we got it from GPT-4o mini of OpenAI. Okay, so we have switched the model from Gemini to GPT-4o mini, and I have given it 5 lists of topics, out of which it gave me one topic even with its serial number 4. I gave an AI agent $100. Here's what it built in 24 hours. So this is how this basic LLM chain is responding to user messages, right? Now, what I want to do is I want to connect this basic LLM chain to our first Discord node. And its execution has been wiped out. Not a problem. We're gonna add that execution after some time. So the thing is, this message which it is sending to us, I want it to give me a suggestion of a topic. So for that, let's trigger that node again. So basically, whenever this workflow will be executed, I will receive a message on Discord, which will come from the OpenAI GPT-4o mini model. Okay. So to quickly just test this node, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on execute step here. And as you can see, this N8N AI bot, which is a Discord member of my AI server Discord channel, is sending me this message, hi. So this was the old message. The new message is a new viral topic found. I gave an AI agent $100. Here's what it built in 24 hours. And then GPT-4o itself has added a bit of a reasoning that why it thinks this topic is viral, although I had not asked to it. But it really helps. This reasoning, if we can understand this topic has high potential to go viral due to its intriguing premise, the element of surprise, and the growing interest in AI capabilities. People are often curious about how AI can perform tasks, generate value, real-time experiment, and things like that. Okay. Now what can we do to make it even more interesting? So we have this another Discord bot, right? What we can do is we can add another basic LLM chain. So I'm again selecting another basic LLM chain. And instead of this json.chat input, I want to replace it with the previous text. And then I have to define a system prompt for this LLM chain model also. Now, for this model, what I have planned is that the topic which it has received, it can actually create a script for something like a short video or maybe a LinkedIn post or something like that, you know, any social media. So for today's workflow, I will ask it to create a topic for a YouTube short for this popular viral topic. So this is my system prompt, which I have given to my next basic LLM chain node. Okay. You are a social media expert content writer who knows how to write a viral script for YouTube shorts. User is giving your topic as a suggestion. Use this topic, and I have misspelled use this topic to create a highly viral social media script. Okay. So this is our system prompt. Now again, I'm going to connect a model, and again I'm going to pick my GPT-4o mini, which is being really lifesaver for today.
Whoa.
Okay, so that was for GPT-4o mini. Anyways, right. So let's quickly test the execution of this one. So basically what we are observing here is that within the user message, from previous basic LLM chain, the one chosen topic out of the 5 given topic, right, is coming in as an input. And then we have this system message also to act upon this input. So I'm going to click on execute step now. And believe it or not, we have actually got a potentially viral script for a YouTube short just right here in front of us.
Whoa.
Another whoa. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I will connect this basic LLM chain also to my another Discord node, and then after I open the Discord node, I'm going to again prepare a message. Okay, so I have added another message which will be sent from another Discord bot, and let's quickly test that. Okay, I don't know why is it saying it's a problem, but let's try it again. So again, I'm facing some error, so I have to resolve this error also.
Error? God, I never heard of her.
Okay. Let me try modifying this message to a bit simple so that I can see it may be a problem with the formatting of this text itself. Why this is in green? As I guessed, there is some problem with the formatting of our this text node. Okay, because we did receive this message, there is a sample script. So let me try to fix that. Let me try to remove this and just drag and drop it again and execute again. And there we go. I think the problem is our previous model has generated the script, I think, in the markdown format. And this kind of markdown formatting is breaking the post body when we are trying to send it to the Discord server. So to fix that, what we can do is we can handle it in a couple of ways. First is we should ask to our model within the system prompt itself to generate the script in a plain text and not use any kind of styling like markdown, bold, italics, and so on. So let me make that change within the script itself. Okay, so with this change, I hope that the next script that will come out will be much better and will not cause the same error that we are facing while sending that message to the Discord. So let's try to rerun it again. And these are the kind of exception handlings which we have to very often do within any N8N workflow. Okay, let's try to send this script, which is already here, to the Discord and see, okay, and this works. So now if I go back to my Discord and I see another message just appeared, which says here is a val YouTube short script and there is the entire script available here. So I hope you are kind of getting that where I'm going with this. If we can automate this whole process, and instead of I suggesting it the 5 topics in a hard-coded way or asking from ChatGPT, if there is any way we could find that, you know, every day, like in the morning or any time, we extract from somewhere some viral social media topics, right? And then we have these 2 bots, right? One is this basic LLM chain and another is this basic LLM chain. They both are kind of AI agents within themselves, and these AI agents will send out messages within our Discord where the first agent is going to identify a potentially viral topic, and then second agent is going to generate a short script out of that viral topic. And using this kind of automation, every morning you could receive, if you are a YouTube short creator, it's very helpful for you to receive a script for a potentially viral topic just by itself. So now let's think a little bit deeper, and what can we do to identify these kind of viral topics. Now one idea that comes to my mind is RSS. Okay. So RSS, the people who don't know, are the feeds which is mostly available from blog websites or even various forums, and many places on the internet provides their RSS feeds. Now we can consume these RSS feeds, and when we consume these RSS feeds, we basically get the kind of a content that we are looking for. So one place I know where we can get RSS feed is Reddit. Now before that, I'm little curious, is there any Reddit integration already pre-built within the N8N? So let me find it out. So I click this plus sign to open my nodes panel, and if there is any node related to Reddit, it will just come out. So let me try that, and there it is, right? So we already have a node built-in Reddit integration. So what can we do? And it says get a subreddit. Now, frankly, I don't want to get into the situation where I'm trying to use this Reddit app integration and it breaks, because I have never used it before. But instead, what I want to do is I want RSS. And there is no RSS integration built into. There is. This is RSS feed trigger, right? Okay. So this is another node, and by the way, this time this node itself is a trigger, which is a good news. So we can now get rid of this chat message node altogether, and that should have removed this UI also, but anyways, that will go away. So we have this RSS feed trigger node, and I'm going to connect it to my basic LLM chain node. Now of course, by default it's gonna break because there is no chat input that comes directly from the RSS feed trigger node. So what I'm going to do is let's keep it away for some time. Let's keep it detached, and let's try to test this RSS feed trigger node. So this RSS feed trigger node, when I open, I see some options that we can configure in it. One is mode, where it says something called poll times. Now those of you who don't know poll times, that means it's called how frequently we will make a request and check if there is some new information has been added to the server, right? So it's called polling the server, and we are doing a regular check sort of by sending a HTTP request and fetching the content and seeing if any new content has arrived. Okay, and how frequently we want to do it. So there are all the frequencies available: minute, hour, day, week, month, and even custom. Okay, so let's do minute, because it will be helpful for testing our workflow if we do it minute by minute basis. And we can actually add multiple poll times, but for our case, just keep it one. And there is this another option which says feed URL, right? So this feed URL has to be a feed URL for an RSS feed. Now if I go and click this and try to open this link within my browser, I see this kind of very plain kind of a data, which actually is wrapped within few XML tags. And this is how a RSS feed looks like. Okay, so we are actually going to get RSS feed from a subreddit. So let's go to reddit.com and let's try to find some trendy subreddit. Let's go to technology. So there is this subreddit called R Technology. Okay, and it has various posts which people post from time to time. And if I remember correctly, yeah, so for any subreddit, if we add .rss after it, we actually get the RSS feed from that subreddit. Now, this is an information which a lot of people don't know. So here you have it. If you want to convert a subreddit into an RSS feed, this is how you do it. Anyways, so let me grab this RSS feed and go to my N8N workflow and paste this here. Okay. And then I'm going to click on fetch test event. Now, when I click this fetch test event, I receive some data here, and this data is actually wrapped within the XML, which is essentially a feed, a single post. Okay, and the title is X says CEO is out after failing at basically everything she claimed she wanted, and X is the Twitter's new name, the social media network. And here is a technology news related to the CEO of X. Okay. Now let me try fetch another test event and see if, okay, it is giving the same feed over and over again. So I want basically a bunch of topics, not just a single topic. And I'm trying to figure out why it's only giving the single topic, not multiple. Let's Google it. Let's try changing the poll time and see if that changes anything. No, it's still not. But when I try the same thing in my Google or in my browser, I get a lot more feeds. So what's going on here? Let's try one more thing. Let me put my app into sort of the production mode, and then we have this minute by minute polling, so we can see, so we can wait for like few minutes and see what kind of feed are we getting. Okay. So these are the list of the executions of this workflow, and currently we have only one RSS trigger node active, and it is not connected to any other node down the stream. So it will not trigger any other node, or it will not execute any other node, only this RSS feed trigger node. And I have to wait for a few minutes to see if we are getting these RSS feed triggers and what is the kind of data or content that is coming out of these figures.
Hell yeah, Captain!
So meanwhile, I'm waiting for any of the feed to occur. If you have any questions or thoughts or anything that you want to discuss about, you can use our YouTube's chat and you can ask me directly and I'll try to respond to it. And as I was telling, if this workflow really gets working, then it's a very, very powerful way for you to discover potentially viral content on a regular basis, almost daily basis. And this is actually a very huge problem within the creator community, how to find the topics that can potentially go viral. And not just that, with the help of AI, we can also get a pre-made script for this. Okay, so Yash Ronak is asking a question and he asks, क्या हमको N8N का सब्सक्रिप्शन लेना जरूरी है? So he is asking it in Hindi and let me convert it or translate it to English. Is it important for me to take subscription for N8N? And Yash, the answer is both no and yes. Now the answer is no, because like me, if you can deploy an N8N within your own cloud, then you don't need to take any subscription, because you are using N8N for your own personal usage, which is perfectly fine. Or you can also run N8N locally within your system. You don't even have to run it on any cloud. But if you want to build workflows for others and share those workflows to them, then yes, you need to buy the N8N subscription, and that you can only get from the N8N's own cloud. So let me quickly show you where you can get the N8N subscription. For that, just search on Google N8N, and then you'll go to n8n.io's website. And there you can either click on get started for free, or there were login options. So you have to enter your details, and then for 14 days you can use N8N for free, and you can test out any kind of workflow that you want to create. But after 14 days, yes, you have to pay for some monthly subscription, and that is as per this pricing. So if you are getting it on a month-to-month basis, it will actually cost you 24 euros per month. Or if you are buying it on an annual basis, where you are paying actually 20 times 12, which is 240 euros every year, and it converts to 20 euros every month. But while you'll be paying, you have to pay 240 euros. And that is only the starter one, which is good enough for a single individual to test and build workflows. And it can only have like one shared project and just 5 concurrent executions. And I'll explain what these means, shared project and executions. But as you can see, if you want more, accordingly you have to pay more for it. And they have further more sort of classes of subscriptions, like 50 euros per month, and then you also have 120 euros per month, and so on. Now, what are the executions, right? When they say parallel execution, the parallel execution means if you come to my workflow dashboard here, you can see I have 3 active workflows currently, right? Now, when these workflows are active, they can be executed anytime, right? There may be different criteria. Some may be formed happen, and most likely it did not happen because there was no new I think post that came in. Yes, because it is still showing this excess CEO is out after failing. Let's try a different RSS feed. Let's see if that will give us more options. So which one do I try? There is one for artificial intelligence itself. Let's try this feed. Again, we just got one content. Let me try to find some useful RSS feeds where we can get multiple options. I know there are various blogs. Let's Google for some popular technology blogs with RSS feeds. So there are so many. Okay. So there is a website called Hacker News, which is also a very popular technology website. Let's try to get Hacker News' RSS feed. If you can spell it right, Hacker News RSS feed. Okay. So this is the RSS feed for Hacker News. Let's try this one. Still just one item, measuring the impact of AI on experienced open source developer productivity. Okay, let's try a different strategy now. What I'm going to do is within my first chain, this basic LLM chain. Now before that, I have to resolve this error where it says json.chat input is not found. So I'm going to use a set node for it and add a manual mapping and just name it chat input so that our life will be easier. And I'm going to use the title as option. I'm going to execute this. So we have this chat input as an output from this node. Then I can just connect it to basic LLM chain. And now we have a chat input, so it is happy. But within this N8N, within this basic LLM chain, right? The first agent. I want to modify this system prompt a little bit, and I want to ask it uh, to answer me either yes or no, right? Or pass or fail, something of that sort. So I just want to sort of use this LLM as a filter to identify the topic that is coming in. Is that a worthy topic or not? Please only answer in one word. In one word with a yes or a no, depending upon if the topic has potential to be viral. Okay, so basically I'm trying to use this basic LLM chain node as a filter, which will sort of use its intelligence, and whatever topic I'll send it through, it will identify if this can be a viral topic or not. So let's try execute it, and we have got an input which is coming from the RSS feed from Hacker News. So the input is measuring the impact of AI on experienced open source developer productivity. So let's try to run our this basic LLM chain node and see what the okay. So AI says no, that this topic does not have potential to be viral, which is great. So what we can do is we can add a filter here, and the filter is very simple. If the text is not equal to no. Okay, so if the text which is coming is not equal to no, or I could actually said yes, I mean, it's better to have it in the non-negation way, because that way it's better. Let's say, because we know we will receive yes, so I think yes is a better option. And maybe I need to remove these double quotes. So this particular topic got discarded. Now that means our next basic LLM chain, which is down the line, which is supposed to generate the script for a YouTube short, a viral script, right, is not going to receive this topic. So our first LLM agent is actually saving the sort of input tokens for the next LLM chain, and also our time, by not recommending us any topic which is not potentially can go viral, right? So let me clean this workflow a little bit. So this is what our workflow currently looks like. Now there is this RSS feed trigger, and by the way, it is currently active. Now the problem here is that I cannot wait for very long time and just keep waiting for when this RSS feed will get triggered. But I have it active and this chain is running. So what I'm hoping for is, in my Discord, I think it actually got triggered at 11:09, or maybe which was my test one, a test topic. And now, because we are not giving it a viral topic, but why we are not giving it a viral topic? Okay, let's do one thing. Let's execute this workflow and see what happens. Okay, it got filtered out. So we did not receive any viral topic this time. What I'm trying to fix is the message here, which ideally should be the topic itself if it is viral. And since there is a filter, so I think earlier what happened will not happen, because this bot itself will not never trigger and will not receive this kind of a new viral topic found message at all. So I think our workflow is pretty much built here, and the only thing is that I have to wait for it to get executed and of course find a viral topic. So at 23:09, as we can see, the workflow did got executed, and that we can see because this particular execution does not have a lab symbol. And by the way, it got executed and it did found the viral topic as well. So let's see what was that topic that we found. Oh, so okay, so this is great. So the good thing is, when our workflow runs in a production mode, we are receiving multiple topics, which is actually coming from our multiple feeds. So that's a good thing. While we were testing, we were only receiving one topic, but when the workflow is running in the production mode, we are actually receiving more than one topic, and that is 3 topics. Now for all these 3 topics, we received the 3 different yes and no inputs. That means we have to fix this filter here. This filter is a bit of a problem. It has to now run in a loop and it has to check for each message. So let's quickly make that change now. And it's a good thing that we received this kind of a proper production execution. So let's do that. Now to help me with that, what I can do is I can copy the output from one of the, I can actually copy this whole output. And I can go back to the editor and I can edit this output. Paste it here, save it. And this output gets pinned here. Okay. Now what I can do is I have to add a loop. Let's search for a loop over items. Batch size 1. Now we have to remove this node and instead okay, sorry. And I have to actually add this filter here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this connection and delete this connection and add this filter node here. So if I delete this and add it here and then add this back here. Okay, so now we got a loop, right? So this loop is actually going to iterate over each of these one by one, and then it is going to run the filter over each one. And after it is done, so if okay, let's do one thing. Let's run this one. Let's run this loop once and see what we get. So the loop executed and it extracted the first this object and it shared it here as a loop branch. Now let's run our filter and see what it will do. So it has actually dropped it. Now let's try to run the loop again. Let's try to run the filter again. And this time also it dropped it. Now let's try to run the loop again. Okay, I think there is some problem in testing this because the loop is supposed to loop over each item one by one and it is not looping. Let's do one thing. Let's save it, and I want to see the actual execution to identify if there is some issue here. And friends, let's do one thing. It's already a bit longer than how I would have generally planned my stream to go. And I think it's better that we wait for this execution to happen, which will happen automatically over the period of time, right? So in our next N8N automation workshop, we will come back to this workflow and we will have ample of execution scenarios because it is an active workflow. So we will have a lot of data to test our this workflow and its execution. Okay, and hopefully we will have a lot of script also that with the topics that can potentially go viral for a YouTube short. If you have enjoyed today's episode, then don't forget to like this video and please subscribe to my channel. We'll bring another fantastic episode for you again. Until then, please take care of yourself and good night.